are live. Welcome to Monday Madness. Sometimes you want to say Monday Madness, but it's Money Madness with Marlo Davis every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let me make sure I can hear you guys. You can hear me. Testing 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. You guys can hear me. Welcome Facebook. Welcome YouTube. I am so excited to be here. And today we're going to talk about, just going to have a real laid back conversation. Not really any big, I want to say, it's going to be laid back. It's going to be laid back. And I want to have a conversation with what I had with my son. I told him, I said, you know what, I was talking to my 3 sons today. We did a powerful conference call. We was talking about investing, and he asked me if I could go back and tell myself, give myself some tips in my younger than where I'm today. Where would I start? And so we're going to talk about that. First of all, I just want to say thank you for joining us. You're watching Money Madness with Marlo Davis every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's about how to make money, keep money, protect money, grow money, because it's what is your money. And we're going to talk about this, guys. We're going to get into it. It's every Monday at 7 p.m. Snatch the mic. Every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We now have added Facebook. We were just on YouTube, but we added Facebook. We go live now on both of those spaces. So if you watch it on YouTube, youtube.com/Jean Marlo Davis, welcome. Go ahead, click like, click share, subscribe, hit the bell. You know what to do. Leave a comment below. Make sure you follow our page. Subscribe to our page, guys. We really appreciate it. If you're watching on my fan page on Facebook, that's Miss Jean Marlo Davis, or you can go to facebook.com/Your Wealth Creator. Right there, guys. You know what to do. Like our page. We appreciate you. Go ahead and give that thumb. There you go. Bruce, put it up there. Go ahead. Tell them what to do, Bruce. Yes, that's what we need you to do. Play that one more time, baby. That's smooth. I can drink this water. That's nice, baby. Bruce is so talented. That's why he's my tech guy. So follow those prompts. Click, go ahead and like, go ahead and share, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and leave a comment below. We appreciate you. And we thank you for being here. I want to get in, have this conversation talking about some real estate hacks. Today we're going to talk about real estate hacks to pay your rent, your mortgage, and help you to be in positive cash flow. Again, real estate hacks to pay your rent, mortgage, help you to be in positive cash flow. I was having a conversation with our sons, and I was telling them, man, you guys are tremendously blessed. The millennials today, all of us are blessed, but I was saying, starting out, you got so many ways to earn money that you don't have to technically go get on somebody's job. And we were just talking, I'm just going to let you in on a conversation, and make sure you go grab pen and paper so you could take notes, because guys, that's where you get, it just kind of remind me all the conversations that I've had with my mentors that we used to call the meeting after the meeting, meaning after the business presentation, we would leave and go have dinner, and we would just chop it up, have a regular conversation. And that's when you really got into the nuts and bolts of everything. And so that's what I want to talk about. I want us to just have a real relaxed conversation. It's Monday. It's a fun day. It's always a good day to get paid, so by learning new things, learning new hacks. So having that conversation with them, it just, first of all, I just had the best conversations. I was hoping my daughter could get in, but I know she was busy, so she couldn't get in. But my 3 sons, we were talking, and they was like, Mom, what would you, if you could tell yourself back in the day, what would you invest in? What would you have told yourself? And fast forward today, if you were just starting off, what would you do? Well, the main thing that I've learned that a lot of businesses a lot of people, when it comes to their overhead, that's what make people go out of business. That's what make people file bankruptcy. That's what make people go into foreclosure, is their overhead is too high. Okay. You go out there, you start a business, and then what happens? You can't afford the lease on that business. You can't afford, whatever contract you have on that business to operate it before you sell anything. And I was like, so the main thing that starting out, you want to make sure that your overhead is taken care of, your rent, your mortgage, your utilities, whatever the case, so you can then focus on investing in whatever you want to invest in. So I'm letting you in on a conversation. We're going to talk about real estate hacks to pay your rent, mortgage, what have you guys. And one of the things that I was telling our sons, I was like, what I would look for today, and if it existed when we were, younger than what we are today, I said, what I would look for, how can I take care of my overhead? That's one question you need to ask yourself. How can I take care of my overhead? Okay. Which this right here, everybody, we know this is very important. It's very important because you had 40 million Americans filed for what? Unemployment. And I forgot how many millions, guys, that couldn't pay their rent. The overhead, just a place to lay their head, couldn't pay their rent or mortgage. So the question lies, what can I do? What can I invest in that my overhead is taken care of, that I don't have to stress? I can always make sure, okay, this is just the basis of the basis of the basis. This is not advanced investing. We teach on that too. But this is for someone who is looking for a little hack, right? That would take care of their rent and mortgage and put some positive cash flow in their pocket so they can then start investing in other things that will bring in some residual income. And residual meaning do something one time and keep getting paid off of it. Okay, so now we're there. Now, basically, we was having this conversation, and I said, okay, I get excited about it. Let me calm down. Okay, so my son said, one of them, I think it was Daryl, started off, okay, Mom, what would you do? I said, well, one hack, guys, write this down. I would get into the Airbnb space. Okay, now, he said, okay, how do you get into the Airbnb space? How can you do that? Now, what I'm going to do before I end this show, I'm going to allow you to attend a free webinar that I did that you can learn the road to earning 6 figures with Airbnb. It's a free webinar. I'll give you a lot of nuts and bolts. And then I give you something where those who are like really, really serious about going after this thing and investing, then you could take the 4-week course. If you're not serious, then of course it's not for you. You may not qualify for that 4-week course. Okay. So basically, he said, Mom, what would you do? I said, I would get into the Airbnb space. He said, well, how do you get into the Airbnb space? Why wouldn't you invest in a Bitcoin or whatever? Now, here's the thing I'm going to say to those who are investing in Bitcoin and other things. No knock, no block, no none of that. That's just not my gist. I told him, I said, well, for me, I like to invest in tangible assets. Now, he said, Mom, what are tangible assets? And then I said, tangible assets for me is what God created. Now, what did God create? He created land. They're not making any more land. So land and real estate is one of the number one things that you should think of when it comes to investing. I remember in this one movie, he said, a man ain't a man until he owns some land. So that's one of the things that I always found myself intrigued about. I always get super geeked up by just seeing the dirt. The dirt represent opportunity, expansion, beginning, one level that you can take that thing to such higher levels and expand, guys. I just get excited. I get excited with hard hats, going out doing surveys. I get excited about that. We'll talk about that another time. But I get excited about that. So I told him land. Number one, land. And then, of course, I said gold, silver, oil, gas, business. Let me write these things down. And then, let me go right here. Ooh, this is good, good, good. I'm going to erase the title right quick. Let me do this. And so, because I want you guys to really understand. It's just really common sense. But I understand common sense ain't always common. We understand that. But that's okay. So let's get into investing. Invest in tangible assets, okay? All right, that's better. So I said number one, land, which is real estate. They're not making any more. They're not making any more. That's one of the best things to get involved in. And I'm going to show you how to get involved without getting a mortgage, without having to go through a qualification process for a loan. It's so many ways that you can get into real estate. And I gave you the Airbnb space, and I'm going to tell you how to go about that. I'm going to give you the resources that you need to be able to do that. But this, I just want you to understand that there's so much opportunity. There's so much, as they call it, inventory, which is real estate sitting right now because of people losing their jobs, people not buying houses, things of that nature. Things have really, really changed. It's kind of a change. It's like a reset. Okay, so we said land, we say real estate, and then I said gold, silver, I said oil, gas. Asked some Nigerian friends, they in the oil and gas industry, and then I said business. Right? I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute, guys. These are what I call tangibles. You can touch it, you can feel it, you can see it. A Bitcoin, you can't see it. You can't see a Bitcoin. Now, people can argue me down. You can't see air, but you're breathing it. You can't see this, that, and the other. And that's cool. But for me, when it comes to tangibles, I like the tangibles. I like to be able to touch the land, touch the gold, touch the silver. I like to be able to have business. And when you're an entrepreneur, oh my God, it's powerful having your own business, being in sales. I like to say business and sales is, it's number one, man. It's number one. The top income comes from sales, And so we were having this conversation like I'm having with you guys. And so then my son said, okay, Mom, let's go back to Airbnb. Okay. So I wrote this down. Hopefully you guys have wrote this down. The tangible assets, what you can touch, that was not created by man, created by God. That's how I say with tangible: land, gold, silver, oil, gas. And of course, we create our business however we want to do that, right? So now let's get into how can I get into real estate without having to qualify for a loan, without having to pull my credit report, and without having to come up with a huge down payment. Let me give you an example. One of the things, let's say, and I put this in this course that I'm going to give you, that you can go listen to it. You can get a more comprehensive breakdown. Let me make sure that I can see. Hold on one second, guys. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Get my little board right here. Okay, you ready? Now, with Airbnb. Can you see that? Yeah. All right. So let's say you go to an apartment. And let's say they have what we call a move-in special, where you get, first month free. You only have to pay a deposit, and you have to pay an app fee. Okay, so let's just say the deposit is equivalent to the first month rent. So let's say you find a property that's $1,200. So you had to pay $1,200, and let's just say the app fee was $150. So that's the equivalent to $1,350. Okay, am I right? Am I right? Okay, good. Now, $1,350. That's to move in into this apartment. Now, somebody asked me, can you get in the Airbnb space with less than $5,000? And I'm showing you right now that you can. But the main thing that I go over, when you get in the Airbnb space, if you don't own the property, because what I'm showing right now is that you don't have to own the property. That's what I want. I'm not talking to those who own their property and they Airbnb it out. If you do that, awesome sauce. When I'm talking to someone that's saying, Gene, I want to get into real estate. I don't have a big down payment. My credit is not where it needs to be right now to get into that. But I know there's a way. Yes, it is. The first thing is, and I'm not going to attempt to give you the total breakdown because I already covered this in the free webinar that I'm going to give you. So I break down all that. What I'm doing is I'm just really just cracking the nut open a little bit before you get to the meat, okay? So basically, the shell, okay? So when I look at this, let me erase this because I want to make it really, oh man, where's my husband at? Okay, yay, I'm learning. Bruce's going to be so proud of me. I was able to get in there. Okay, so now let me erase. There you go. I'm learning how to work this thing. I'm working it. Bruce will be surprised that I came out of it and knew how to get back in. Okay, because this is not me. I'm not the tech person. But I'm the teacher, okay? Now, but I'm working it today. So, we found an apartment. I want you to think like this. And I'm going to show you how you can get your rent taken care of or your mortgage, okay, if you already own a property. You can get it taken care of and how you can get into a positive cash flow. I want your head and your ears to be ringing and a little bub to come over your head because people are not thinking. The thinking man can. That's what you need to understand. Okay, so look. So let's say we find a nice apartment, a nice area. Always look at the amenities, swimming pool, tennis court, this, that, and the other. And I'm just showing whether it's $1,200, $1,500, $2,000, it doesn't matter. I'm just giving you an example of $1,200. So we found an apartment, and we're saying that the apartment has a move-in special, where we don't have to pay the rent. We only have to pay the deposit. The deposit we said is $1,200 plus the app fee, which we said is $150. Which I know I write. Y'all, please forgive me. My doctor handwriting. I'd be so anxious to get this stuff on the thing, guys, which is the app fee. We said $150. So just know that that $150 is the app fee, okay? Follow with me. Follow. So we're looking at $1,350. So that's $1,350 to get that apartment. Now, here's the thing. If you decide that you want to get into the Airbnb space, and maybe you already live in an apartment, before you go and start signing up for Airbnb, getting in there, going through the things and the steps that I share with you in a free webinar, listen, you want to, one of the things I share, you have to. It is very important that you get permission from your landlord. Don't try to do no slickery. Don't try to, the slickery means you doing it on the low. They don't know. They will know because you got nosy neighbors. Somebody's always watching. And then you don't want people to think you're selling drugs because they see somebody different coming in and out. So you want to make sure that you let people know. You get permission to do that. Now, I talk about negotiation. Now, that's in a 4-week course. I go through negotiation. How do you negotiate with the landlord? How do you make it sweet enough that they give you permission to turn their spot into an Airbnb space? Now, what we're going to do for this example, we're going to pretend we got permission. It's a win-win. They already know. We don't sign the lease. We're good. We're going to stay there for a year starting off. They might say, well, if you're going to do that, we want you to sign 18 months. Hey, it's up to you. I talk about how to do the art of negotiating. I break all that down in my course. So now, when you look at this, now, let's say I have less than $4,000 or $5,000. If you already have furniture, great. But then what you're looking at, my son was like, well, how do I jumpstart the property? Because you got to think about it. Now that you got the lease, you got that on lock. How can I well, you can jumpstart the property, guys, very, very low. I talk about that in my 4-week course. I go over a lot of information with that. What is jumpstarting? Jumpstarting means that you got the necessary things that needs to go in that Airbnb. You got all the dishes and the cups and the silverware, and you got the concierge service going on where you got the coffee, the tea, the sugar, the nice cups and things of that nature. You got the pots and the pans. You got the things that they need. You got the urn. You got the trash can. You got trash bags available. You got the toiletries. You got, it's a list that you need to have. And I break that down. So with all that, even with furniture, IKEA, what's the other place I said it? Something lots, Big Lots. IKEA, Big Lots. It's a lot of, even online, Facebook Marketplace, where you can get good deals, real nice furniture, and really get some nice decor. I seen a little hack with some decor that a guy took some very beautiful rugs and he got a nice frame and he framed the rugs on the wall, and it looks so beautiful, and the little vases and the lamps and the decor was very nice, and it was warm and fuzzy. Because you got to think about it. You want to make sure that whether it's an apartment, whether it's a home, you want to make it where it's warm and fuzzy, that you can invite, and it's something that when you step in, you're just like, oh, this is so nice. And so you could do that with less than $4,000. You could really do it with $3,500. So when you think about that, let's just say the startup. That's what we're talking about. This $1,350 plus, let's just say it cost us about another $1,500 for Jumpstart. And Jumpstart is what I talked about just now. So Jumpstart. Okay, you're only paying this one time. So that's $28,000. So like I said, let's just round it off to a cool $3,000 starting up this first Airbnb. Yes, I said first because there's going to be more. We don't make our minimums our maximums, okay? So we got our first Airbnb property set up. We didn't qualify for a loan. We didn't have to put down a down payment. Some places, it may or may not, some people might say, well, you can get in this apartment, $500-$600 credit score. They might require you to put down a little more. Maybe you don't qualify to get the free rent off. There's specials out because, guys, inventory is sitting. Let me get some water. Inventory is sitting. Understand that. Okay, inventory is sitting. When I'm talking about, properties are sitting, apartments are empty. A lot of people, God forbid, have lost their place to stay. Inventory is sitting, meaning nobody's in there. Okay. Now that we got that first Airbnb, that we see, there's a lot that I hope I don't get you confused. You guys got this because I wanna erase it, okay? I'm gonna trust that you have this. But I'm going to put first Airbnb $3,000. So you know what the $3,000 came from, the jump start and the startup with the rent, the deposit plus the app fee. Okay. Now, mind you, don't worry, don't fret. Don't say, Gene, you're moving too fast, man. Slow down. That's okay. I got the free webinar for you. Okay. The free webinar goes with a lot of stuff. Now, so we said the first Airbnb is $3,000. That's startup, remember, and jumpstart. So we said $3,000. Now, mind you, I don't want that to look like me and my doctor handwriting. Look, I'm tired of y'all clowning me on my handwriting. Don't be talking about my handwriting, okay? Now, so $3,000 for everything, our first property. Now, remember what we say the rent was? So the monthly rent is only $1,250. Oh, I'm getting excited. My nerves getting bad, babe. I'm getting excited about this. Thank you, honey. My husband got my coffee. Thank you. Man, I was telling my son, y'all just don't know how good y'all got it. Y'all don't know how good y'all got it. You got to be thinking. Quick thinking, fast moving, right down to modern day time. Now, I'm going to give you so many ways that you can get your rent or mortgage taken care of. But there is some sacrifice. There's going to be some uncomfortability that you may have, but that's okay because Airbnb got $1 million insurance. Somebody trash your stuff, Airbnb is going to cover it. But you got to know what quality you're looking for, what your rules are, regulation. You put all that in there. I go over all that. So I want to use an example. We went to, I'm going to give you two examples. When we had our first boot camp, we had a boot camp. That boot camp, let's see, we checked in at an Airbnb property. This is what I want, and I'm trying to show you. I want to make you say, "Oh God, I'm leaving money on the table." I'm so happy, guys, y'all. That it pays to know me. It really does, because I don't learned a lot of hacks, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I can't even, babe, I don't even know how to start with it. I'm so excited. Okay, because somebody's going to have a breakthrough today. Somebody who's struggling to pay their rent or mortgage going to say, "Oh my God, I got to call that lady, and you better call me. I'm here to support you. How can I do this today?" We can get you jump start in a week. Right, Bruce? In a week, we could help get you jump start and help, because people are looking for places to go. People are traveling. Airbnb talk about right now, people are doing what we call intimate travel, which they're traveling where 2, 3, 4 hours, no more than that. Those who are just wanting to get with the family, go different cities and things of that nature. People are still traveling. You still got people now long distancing traveling, because they open up Mexico, they open up certain places. So some people are doing that. But going to Cozumel and Cabo and all these other places, Mexico, right? So we did our first boot camp, Supercharge Your Business and Increase Your Profit boot camp. Now, at this boot camp, I'm trying to think, because it was a weekend, right? That's right. Okay. Oh my God. I didn't even realize we paid that money for a weekend. Are you serious? Huh? Because we checked in. Did we check in the Thursday? Checked in Thursday. Because the boot camp is on Friday and Saturday, Sunday, right? Okay. So I want to show you something, guys. I'm talking, before I go into the Puerto Rico, I'm going to go local. I just want to show you this. Just remember this right here. These are two examples. First example, this is local. We rented a house out there, some part of Georgia. I forgot. That doesn't matter. And it wasn't like it was Buckhead or no, it wasn't no, exquisite location, but the house was beautiful. It was a private house, gated. Everything was really nice. We rented in the house. We checked in Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and we checked out Monday. Right? Yeah, we checked out Monday. For that, just those few days, we paid $3,000. Am I right, Bruce?
That's right.
$3,000. Now, That was just for, I would say, 4.5 days. Okay. Now, let's look at this. Jesus. So, when you look at this, 3,000, that's just for 4.5 days. That ain't got nothing to do with the other 20 some odd days that's left in the month that you can make this available for your home. So, when you look at that example, if I look at 3,000, it cost me $1,250. So, I'm going to say I made $3,000 on 4 days minus that $1,250. I'm doing the old math where we go like boom, make that 9, what? Make that 9. There you go. No, that go 10. Sorry, that's 10. So that's 5, 9, 2, that's 7. That's what? That's 1. So profit was $1,750. $1,750, correct? So $1,750, guys, profit. I'm using an example of this person. If they did what this person did, just rented out your place for an event for somebody to stay there. So people do it all the time. People are doing, let me tell you, you don't know what you don't know. People are doing private events, right, babe?
The Super Bowl that he just had.
Private
$10,000.
What Super Bowl, babe?
Remember the last one?
Yeah, I was going to say the Super Bowl. No. Yeah, the last one that the guy for... Yes. Okay. So we were tripping about that. Thanks for bringing that up, Bruce. We were tripping because we was trying to do an event and all the places was just packed out selling and people was turning their homes into an Airbnb property and they was making for 4 to 5 days, $10,000 and it was allowed. Airbnb said it was not price gone because it was a special event. I'm like, what the heck? What? So I'm giving you some vision here. So just for 4.5, we haven't got the rest of the 20 some odd days. But for this, you already, if you had this kind of scenario, you already have made $1,750. And that was for 4 days. Plus your rent is taken care of. Do you see what I'm going with? So what you got to think, okay, let me give you the other example. And then I will explain even more. Okay. Now that was a local event. That was local that we put on, that we rented a space, and that's what they charged us for 4.5 days. Now, when we went to Puerto Rico, I think we checked in. Me and Bruce just wanted to be there. I think everybody didn't start coming in till we let a couple of people come in that Thursday, but majority of everybody came in on Friday. Right. So we came in on a Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. We checked out that Sunday, correct? Because we had our flight that Sunday evening, I think. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, left Sunday. So you got to think we were there really roughly 5 days. Okay? So 5 days, guys, I want you to think about this. 5 days. We paid for that property for 5 days. We paid $5,000. $5,000 for 5 days to stay in the Airbnb joint. We did an event there. So what we do, so you can ask, say, Gene, what do you mean you did an event? What are these events you're doing? We do boot camps. You know, we do our Supercharge Your Business, Increase Your Profit boot camp. We get a nice location. We hire a chef. We lock them in and we show them how we made 6 figures in 4 months, how we turn around and make 6 figures again in 3 months. It's called Supercharge Your Business, Increase Your Profit boot camp. What I will do is put the link right up here when I edit the video. I'll put the link. Well, I will at this section. I'll try to find a link. If not, I'll drop it down, the Supercharge Your Business, Increase Your Profit boot camp, so you can know when the next one. And what we do, we just rent Airbnb properties. Now, let me tell you. So if you do the math on that, if you had somebody stay in your place for 5 days, right? 5 days, think about it. That's a whole week. You don't lock down your property and you charge $3,000-$4,000. Let's just say $4,000 is what you charge. And there it is again. Your rent is $1,250. You know, 10, that's 9, that's 10. Here we go again, 0, 5, that's 7. What's that? Did I say that's 3? That's $2,750 that you're in profit for 1 week, Bruce.
1 week.
1 week. let me tell you something, guys. Y'all may not take this as serious. Somebody was asking me about this. Let me see where we at. I'm trying to see if my people got questions. Hold on, let me check my YouTube right quick, guys. I'm going 2 places. Okay, any questions, y'all drop it down below if you got any questions. Okay, and let me go back to Bay. Can you monitor Facebook for me?
I sure will.
And let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns. This is the time to get involved with it. And then I'm going to show you something else. Okay, so I was telling Bruce when we was there, I said, Bruce, wait a minute. And the lady said after us, she was booked up. She said she was totally booked up, like for the whole month. She told me, and I'm going to put this in, where my thing at? See how I'm getting excited, babe? I'm looking for my pen. It's right in I get excited when I bring information because it's about helping you, man, to have total prosperity. So this lady told me she made $5,000 off us times 4 weeks. She told us, why is this thing don't want to write? Now, see, that's how the devil is. When you get dropping some info, I got it. So that's 20,000. She told me that she yield anywhere between 20 to 22K a month on that one property.
Yep.
And I guarantee you, she's not paying no $1,250 for that property. It's an older building. It's still a beach house. Right, babe? It don't even have central air.
No, it does not.
And then it was hot as hell up in that damn beach house.
It
got fans everywhere. She had AC upstairs, but downstairs in the living quarters, it wasn't. It was just ceiling fans everywhere. Right. It was a beach house. You open up the big old windows and let but it wasn't happening like that in the day. In the daytime, you need to be out there on the beach. Yeah. At night, maybe that's when you get that cool breeze coming in. But I was like, goodness, next time I get a beach house, I'm going to ask that we got central AC in this sucker. It doesn't matter, though. She's getting $5,000 a week. She said up to $22,000 a month off of that one property. So remember, I said tangible assets. What would I invest in? What I implore you to do is I'm going to give you the website, guys. I'm going to give you the website so you can. Okay, come on now. Work with me. There you go. So you can just sit here and take this 45-minute free course. And then if you're really ready to rock and roll and really get investing into Airbnb without having to go and qualify for a mortgage or go take out some kind of loan or whatever, that you can get really invested between $5,000 to $10,000 in Airbnb. But there's a lot of things that you need to do. And what we have done, we're already actively, I don't like to get into our business, what we're doing, but this is one of our assets, what we do. We invest in real estate. That's one of the things that we do. And so, guys, it's very simplistic. There are systems in place where you don't have to do everything yourself. You don't have to do the monitoring. You don't have to worry about having a key for them. There's systems where you can put a code. We cover all that for you, okay? Now, with knowing what's going on with COVID-19 and why people been stuck in a house, whatever, I was telling our son today that this one guy took our course. He called and he said he got him a little cabin. The cabin had been sitting for a long time, Bruce. Had been sitting for a long time. He called the number that the damn thing said for rent. It's been sitting for a long time. He negotiated. He told the guy, I want this property. I'm going to turn it to an Airbnb. And the guy gave him a deal. He only charged him additional $250 on the property for the rent. And he made him sign a year lease. So the dude said, I don't care about paying the extra $250.
Exactly.
He didn't care. So, babe. And the rent for the property was like $1,200 or $1,300. So you're looking at what? $1,550. Cheap furniture he got, but he made it look really, really nice up in there. Some of the stuff the landlord already had in there, he left it, he just changed it around. Babe, Guess where the property is located?
What's that?
You see my face? Between Blue Ridge Mountains and Tennessee.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You making $2,000 a weekend.
Babe, think about this. We're staying for Thanksgiving out there getting a cabin.
Yep.
And only for a few days. And we're paying close to almost $3,000. Mm-hmm. So this is what I want you to understand. That, guys, people are looking for intimate travel right now. Some people, even Airbnb did a report that they said some people are like, if I work at home, home is home. As long as I got internet, I could go anywhere. So some people are just looking to change their everyday space. You get what I'm saying? They're looking to not be in this house. Maybe I could be in this house. Or maybe I could be on the beach. Maybe I could just be somewhere in a cabin. Maybe I could be somewhere else. They're looking to be somewhere else other than the house that they're in, right? So they said now not only are people working from home, but they're also working from other homes because they want to be out of the same familiarity every day, just seeing the same four walls every day, just having something a little different where once they get off work, maybe they can go walk on the beach. Maybe they could go walk in a downtown Savannah. I'm just giving you examples. Maybe they could go somewhere else that they ain't used to. So I showed you apartment. And let me tell you, I break it down, the free webinar. It will behoove you to sign up for it. Well, Gene, when you going to share the link? In just a minute, because I need you to hear everything, because I know some of y'all, you'll jump off. Once I give you the link, you're going to jump off and jump over there, try to get in all. You need to hear everything I got to say, and then I'll give it to you. So stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned, gosh darn it. So I get excited, guys. So listen. So imagine, let's take Atlanta for a minute. Georgia is huge. Atlanta is huge, but Georgia is huge. You can find a nice apartment, 12, 13, 1400, in a nice area, nice amenities, swimming pool, tennis court, whatever. They got a lot of walking park for the dogs, a little dog play stations and stuff like that. Nice location, right? And let's just say it's 1400, and you talk to, before you even get into it, you talk to the management. We talk about negotiation. We get into that, and let's just say you can afford. Now make sure it's something that you can afford. Now I'm gonna do you up one more on it. Let's say that's what you're paying right now. You live in a nice area. Let's say that you're paying $1,400 a month. You're paying right now $1,400 a month for rent. Okay, how can I get my rent paid for? Well, how about this, guys? Baby, what's wrong with my thing? It's moving. Maybe I'm not doing it right. Okay, so $1,400 a month for rent is just a little wiggy. What if you decide that, like, let me give you an example of this guy named Thomas that I know that's one of our clients. Thomas, what he does is twice a month, he rents out, he allows somebody to rent his home for 4 days out of that week. Now, he said he normally charged for a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. He normally gets about, let's just say $1,500. So $1,500 for 4 days. Okay. Now, check this out. He do this 8 days out of the month. So there's another $1,500. That's another 4 days. So total, that's 8 days. Total, that's $3,000. Okay, you see what I'm saying? So I said, where do you go those 4 days? He said sometimes he goes to his parents' house and visit. He visit different friends. He might stay in a hotel for a night or whatever, but he go visit someone. The rest of the time, now he lives at this property. He lives there. Okay. Now, that's just 8 days. So he said, because he already has a job, he already have money coming in. He said, what I was looking for, Gene, and you gave it to me. You gave me another stream of income that I took the course. He paid for the 4-week course, took the free course, paid for the 4-week, and did exactly what I said. See, while other people are trying to figure it out, that's what wealthy people do. Wealthy people take action. Broke people got to think everything is a scam, a scheme, and you're giving them play by play, and it goes over their head. That's why I said this is not for everybody, but this is for the person who's hungry, that's looking for a way to take care of their overhead so they can take the positive cash flow that they have and invest in other income streams. Okay? So he said 3,000. So when you look at this, again, 3,000, that's what he make for 8 days, 2 weeks. Okay? And then his rent is $1,400. That's what, 10? Yeah. So 006. What's that? 2. No, is that incorrect? Am I right? Oh no. That's 1, right? That's correct. So his cash flow after rent is paid, he has a positive cash flow of $1,600. You see that? Now, he made $3,000, but he took care of his $1,400 rent. And so he got an additional $1,600 that he can invest in his business, whatever he do on the side, whatever. Plus he works a job. Okay, he's able to work at home, right? So this is what I want. And this is from him living in his own home. Also, I know somebody else that, guys, I'm giving you a lot today. Okay. A person that rents it out daily. And I think they said that they might rent out for 20 days. 20 days, let's just say 20 days at 100 a day. You do the math on that. That's 2,000. He do it like 100 day, like a renter, like they only rent out a room. This is what I want to say. That's a room, okay? Not the whole thing by itself and they got to go away. No, they have a little keypad where the person rent out that room, whatever. He flips it and do it how you want to, because you can with Airbnb. You can decide you want to rent out it daily, you want to rent out monthly, you want to rent out, have it where they must do, if they do a weekend, they got to take Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You can set it up how you want to set it up. And what I like about Airbnb, they give you suggestions. You can look at other examples. You can look at Superhost. That's something that you need to write down and learn how to become a Superhost. I cover that in the free and the paid course. I go all over that. Now, for as mortgage, the same thing. It's your house, guys. It's your house. You already got it fixed up. Now you could do the same thing. If your mortgage $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, you can make a decision. Thank you, honey bunches. You can make a decision. That thing right there. That thing, babe. So your mortgage, guys, you can make a decision whether your mortgage $2,000 or $3,000. You got a beautiful home. It looks nice. You got extra rooms. You got the jacuzzi tub, whatever. You can make a decision. Like I said, it's some people who are renting out 4 days for $3,000. You can make a decision. Do I want to rent it out, for 2 weeks? Or do I want, if this is a home where you live, think about this. Think about this. If this is a home where you live and you want to Airbnb it out, if you want to do a week and you charge $3,000 or $4,000 For the week, man, you charge $4,000, guys. Your mortgage is $3,000. You're in a positive cash flow of $1,000. You understand what I'm saying? That's if you want to do a week. If you want to do what I said, 2 weeks, and you're charging $8,000. And I'm giving you realistic numbers. These are not non-realistic. This is realistic. I don't rent it out so many Airbnbs and thrown so many events and just stayed there, guys. And these are the prices. Okay, so $8,000, and then of course your mortgage is $3,000. You just made what? $5,000. Positive cash flow of $5,000. That's how you can get your rent or mortgage paid for, guys. It's very simplistic and it's very easy. If you can follow instructions, if you can click play on your computer and take notes, you can do this right now. You can help you and your family. Gene, where do the people come from? What we talk about, how to become a super host. When you become a super host, you don't have to worry about doing any kind of marketing, things of that nature, whatever. That's the main thing that you definitely want to be, is a super host. Now, let me go ahead, and I didn't realize it's time to go. Let me do this right quick. I'm going to give you guys the website. And I'm going to give you the website, and my number is in there that you can call me if you have any questions. Okay, so the free Airbnb course. What you want to do, guys, is go to, free wealth creators. That's a course. I want to make sure you guys can read it. creatorscourse.com. So freewealthcreatorscourse.com. That's correct. Let me make sure. freewealthcreatorscourse.com. That is for the free course that just get your mouth wet, let you see what I'm talking about, giving you the vision. I give you so many different examples, give you some steps. I mean, that right there in the free course is going to help you out. I think it's only 45 minutes. You have any questions, you could call me. My info is all on that free course, okay? Now, when you say to yourself, after you take the free course, even those who are ready, I had people who have paid for the 4-week course and just want to go that, I would employ you to still, even if you pay for the 4-week and you register to take the course or whatever, still go through the free course. It's easy. It's yours. You qualify for it. Don't miss something that you already qualified for. Go ahead and take it. So the 4-week course, okay, is Wealth Creators Invest.com. I know that. Invest.com. Okay. You want to go there for the Wealth Creators, CREATORS, Invest.com. You want to go there. That's the 4-week course that you want to go and you want to take, and you want to make sure that you go ahead and register, guys, because this is right now, it's so many ways. I see people go out of business because they couldn't afford the rent, their overhead, before they even sold one thing. People lost their homes because they couldn't pay the mortgage foreclosed on. During this pandemic, people getting evicted. Why? Because they couldn't pay the rent. What if you can have your rent paid for? Whether you leave the house and somebody stay there 3, 4, man, I had this one guy, I'm just giving you stories, guys. Let me tell you, I had this one guy that nurses were coming in. You heard about this, babe. Nurses was coming in to help with the pandemic. They needed somewhere to stay.
That's right, they sure did.
They put out there on their website, Red Cross and other places,
Yep.
were looking for places to stay. People,
Hotels was on lockdown.
Hotels,
They couldn't go in the hotel.
nope. So what did they do? They did Airbnb. and you didn't have a property and your property wasn't listed, so you didn't get paid. We got paid though. We get paid. And I'm just giving you ways, guys. We have multiple streams of income. I am a wealth creator. I'm a teacher. I'm a coach. I'm an author. I'm a speaker. You understand? We educate, we teach, we train on things that work. Not no philosophizing, not no analyzing. I don't deal with fugazis. I deal with real deal Holyfield. I can't even say it. I can touch it, I can feel it, I can see it, I can count it. The green is real. And I'm telling you right now, we have a fan page on Facebook that says Earn Six Figures with Airbnb. I would suggest you go in there and follow that page so you can get your questions, additional questions answered. I think it's Earn. Just look for Earn Six Figures with Airbnb on Facebook. Look for that fan page. Request it so you can get any questions answered. Make sure you take the free course. Make sure you go sign up for the 4-week course. I'm telling you right now, powerful. You don't have to be broke. You don't have to struggle. You can get your rent paid, your mortgage paid, have a positive cash flow to invest in your business, to start whatever you want to start, and still don't quit your day job. Don't quit your day job till your passive income surpass all your bills. When you can take care of all your expenses and not have to worry about bills and you're in a positive cash flow, that's when you say, you can walk away from your job. Guys, listen. I hope the information, I didn't even realize, babe, that was, I'm so on fire. I didn't even realize it's 8 o'clock. It's time for Jean to rock on up out of here. Guys, listen, I get excited when it's information that I know that, I didn't have a whole bunch of notes because it's up here. It's up here. It's what we're doing right now. And I strive to share with you what we're doing, some of the things that we're doing. We created our membership site, our online university, TWC University. We created our coaching platform, the Luck Firm LLC. We sell online courses. We do events, things of that nature. Guys, we're telling you, in the Airbnb as well, we're telling you what works and how you can work it. I just want to leave you with this. I got so emotional today because when we had the conversation with our 3 sons, and my son, he sent me a message and he was like, Mom, you're so inspiring. I just thank God for you and the wisdom that you have. And I just got so teared up, like you're my inspiration, because it made me feel good that, older children, they want to do their thing, man. They want to go out there. They want to, mess up, do whatever. They want to crash and burn sometimes without instruction. You know what I'm saying? They just want to go for it. And it just made me feel so good that he called, and then another one called, now we just merged everybody together, and just to ask questions like, Mom, I'm thinking about doing some investing. If you had to start all over, where would you start? And I shared with him in the Airbnb space and how it is really picking back up because of it has kind of like changed. It's still, you got some international places that you could travel with Airbnb, but more people are doing intimate travel because of what has happened with COVID. But man, from what I've seen, the cabins are filling up, the beach houses are still filling up, people are still traveling to different cities, going different places because they got sick and tired of being stuck in the house. And guys, I just gave you an awesome way to pay your rent, to pay your mortgage without it coming out of your paycheck. All it takes for you is to take a little time, sit down, and go to freewealthcreatorscourse.com. Go there, sign up to take that webinar, write the notes down, take your notes, write down our contact information, and then in turn, go and sign up for the 4-week course, which is wealthcreatorsinvest.com. Take the course, get your questions answered. You're going to have a ton of support. We have a family group that you can get your questions answered. You qualify for a one-on-one with me, and our partners to get your questions answered, guys. You know, we probably have one of our partners in the studio with us one day. We probably look to invite, right, babe? To invite him to come in the studio and just to share what he does, how he do it, things of that nature, so you guys can see that this is real, you know, and you could truly have be do anything. Guys, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I get really, really excited when we share this type of information. When we share information that can impact your life. It's so much I wanted to give you in this hour, but I think I got it covered on those two websites right there when it comes to Airbnb. And I can honestly say, nobody's dropping it like we're dropping it and giving you all this information in the free one, as well as the stuff that we give in the 4-week. I'm telling you, the price that we have for it, we got it at 50% off, guys. Nobody's doing that. Why are we doing it? Because if you win, we win. We are collecting testimonies. We are telling the stories of lives transformed because we're wealth creators. And we know that you're a wealth creator too. Guys, thank you for tuning in to the Jean Marlo Davis Show. Go take action right now. Register for the free Airbnb course. And then after you finish that, go for the 4-week course. Watch this over and over again. If you forget the websites, make sure you save the link and share it. We ask you to share, because sharing is caring. We give away free trips every month. We give away free trips, okay? So you can go into the pot to get a free trip. That's our way of saying thank you for sharing. Thank you, because sharing is caring. And we appreciate you for caring. And with that being said, my name is Jean Marlo Davis. I am a wealth creator, and you're a wealth creator too. And remember that you can have, be, do anything. Join us Thursday for the Jean Marlo Davis Show on both of these channels at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Go register for your free course today, and may God bless you and keep you. And remember, you can have, be, do anything. I'll see you soon. God bless you.